Task is an American crime drama television miniseries created and written by Brad Inklesby for HBO. The series, starring Mark Ruffalo and Tom Pelphrey, premiered on the 7th of September 2025. The 7-episode series follows a task force headed by Mark Ruffalo's Tom Brandis to stop a string of home invasions by masked men done to drug houses before it escalates into a full-blown gang-on-gang violence. The good. The dynamic duo of Mark Ruffalo and Tom Pelphrey is the quiet force behind the miniseries, with the two characters being mirror images on different sides of the law. Mark Ruffalo as Tom Brandis is a former priest turned FBI agent struggling with a complicated loss, trying to find solace in either the bottom of a bottle or a case file, while Tom Pelphrey's character, with a tattoo of communion hands, deals with his loss by picking up a gun and finding vengeance. Both characters are motivated by a misguided sense of their duty to their families, which oftentimes leads down ill-advised decisions. Task isn't just a two-man show. The ensemble cast followed through, holding the miniseries together, from Martha Plimpton as Kathleen McGinty, a soon-to-be retired superior officer who is icily funny yet surprisingly warm, to the task force that is predictably made up of people who would not be missed too much from their old departments. One is extremely competent, while another isn't, and the other a little overconfident, yet somehow they make it work. The miniseries also lets the cast have their moments of spotlight, letting them carry the show almost as importantly as the adult characters, from characters going through their adoption and teen angst to various kinds of trauma. Ben Doherty as Sam quietly steals the show during his screen time and is one of the characters you will think about long after the last credits. Taking a somewhat slow-burn route, the show peaks around the 5th episode, with the penultimate episode that could have been a finale. I was almost worried the actual finale would have nothing left, but it still managed to keep things tight and interesting. Unexpected even. Unlike your typical crime thriller, Task is thematically multifaceted, exploring grief, loss, guilt, consequences on the backdrop of fatherhood. Bad. It's yet another task force series. Band together a ragtag bunch of agents with a token task that unravels a bigger story, similar to Department Q and the recently cancelled Countdown, so it can feel somewhat predictable. The pacing and feel is all over the place. It can't settle on being a procedural series, a drama, an action thriller, while it jarringly muddles through all that as a bleak dramedy without a lot of lighter moment humor. The show underutilizes the rest of its cast, despite its strong ensemble. Chuso Mbedu is sidelined, yet she is the most competent member of the task force. I wanted to see more of her and her motivations for pushing herself to be the best of the best. I agree. Task doesn't shy away from violence, and there's some brutally graphic scenes which can upset sensitive viewers, even though it's not gratuitously violent. The series has a hard and unforgiving perspective where characters are punished harshly for their transgressions and redemption presented as an underscored footnote. Final thoughts. Task is a very strong and ambitious crime drama with character-driven storytelling that could win you over with its morally complex narratives, but might give you pause for its pacing and bleak outlook, giving you a ride that's as devastating as it is riveting. This is something you'd watch or have watched.